Hello, YGG community. So, if you haven't guessed, we're back again with another one of our friends here, Goat Gaming, who are going to be launching Alpha Goats, and that's what that trailer was there before. So, Coco, thank you for joining us, and as always, we have my lovely co-host AC as well.
Hey, GMGXYGG fam. We're gonna be goated tonight.
Yeah, GM, YGG. Really, really great to be here. I think this is my first space and or Discord AMA with all of you. So really excited to get to know you all.
Yeah, it's a pleasure for you to join us, Coco. I know, I believe it's your founder. It's probably a little bit early for him to be joining us, 5 a.m. So, by no means is that a problem. I'm sure you'll be able to answer all of our questions, especially with the busy mint going on right now, right?
Yeah, we launched the mint yesterday, and it's been just quite a busy time. Everyone's all hands on deck. Simon is out and about. He's always on the campaign trail, always talking to people. So yeah, very excited. I mean, we have the public sale starting tomorrow as well. So and a really cool bunch of things lined up in the next few weeks to a few months. Yeah.
Awesome. So before we dive into that, maybe let's just get a little bit of info on you and what you do at Goat Gaming, and for the audience that isn't familiar with Goat Gaming, what you guys are all about.
Yeah, great. So I'm Coco. I am head of growth and marketing at Goat Gaming, which is built by Mighty Bear Games. And maybe some of your audience here might know who Mighty Bear Games are, because Mighty Bear Games is the studio who built Mighty Action Heroes. And Mighty Action Heroes is one of our platform games. And Goat Gaming is essentially the platform that houses all of our games and experiences. So that's what we're building at the moment, and all of our games are AI powered. So we like to call ourselves the AI powered network of games on Telegram. And I mean, I can go into a little bit more of the history, but that's like a very quick whistle stop overview of who I am and what Goat Gaming is.
Yeah, I think a lot of our community is going to be familiar with Mighty Action Heroes, right, AC?
Definitely. They love the Mighty Action Heroes game, and when we launch it in our Gap programs,
Yeah,
and
the community at YGG are just like nobody else. I mean, I joined the company a year ago, and I remember when I was playing Mighty Action Heroes every day, and it's always a YGG person who kills me. Your players are the best in the game, so I can imagine. Yeah, I'm hoping there's a few of the people in the audience that are watching that are familiar with Mighty Action
yeah,
Heroes.
yeah, already saw them posting the emoticons of or
Yeah.
stickers of Mighty Action Heroes, and definitely they are very familiar, especially in the leaderboards. They are
Oh, yes.
in it, almost in the top 100.
We've had some really
Last
great times
season,
with the leaderboards and YGG community, and then we were at the YGG conference, in November, and I don't know if anybody was there to spin the wheel. We had like a space with B3, and it was really fun.
oh nice, probably shout out to the people who went out on our event last time. So oh, they're posting the new goat emoji as well. So yeah, I
Oh,
remember
nice.
the leaderboards. The leaderboards are very full of YGG with YGG name under it. So very
Hands down,
exciting.
yeah,
Yeah.
biggest community that we have. So yeah, thank you for all the support, and we have some exciting stuff which I'm not allowed to talk about, but since I know you all are avid fans of Mighty Action Heroes, but we have a few things to do in terms of our token launch in the next about 4 or 5 weeks, and then we have some really exciting things to talk about around Mighty Action Heroes and what we're going to be doing with that game. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably have to circle back and have another stream, just maybe on Mighty Action Heroes itself,
For sure.
and probably have a play night and stuff like that as well.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
that being said, our focus today is on Alpha Goats, right? Which is a part of the Go Gaming ecosystem. So I'm just gonna quickly pull this up here. I'm gonna change these around. Actually, I'm gonna pull us down here. Um, do you want to just dive into what AlphaGoats is, and how it fits into the Go gaming ecosystem?
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are AlphaGoats? So, AlphaGoats are AI agents, and they're built to be your 24/7 wealth engines. If you think about how in guilds or in you have scholars, the scholars will go out and play. This is a way of having your own autonomous agent that is your scholar, right? It goes out and plays for you when you can't, and it then can compete, earn rewards for you, generate revenue for you, and do all the hard stuff that you sometimes don't have the time for or find maybe a little bit boring inside of certain actions inside of the game. And what's really, really cool is that it adds a real personalization level to your experience inside of Goat Gaming, because each Alpha Goat will come with a fully customizable digital avatar. And actually, it's today we're going to be announcing who our partner is to launch that avatar. And it's entirely controlled through the mini app in Telegram. And one of the things that we're really proud of is that we launched in August this Telegram platform and put all of our games there. And since we've grown to 5 million users and 100,000 daily active users, and now we're going to be launching the AlphaGoats inside of Telegram too, on a companion mini app. So the mini app, you can control this AlphaGoat, send it out to play the games on Goat Gaming, and then it will return rewards for you. On top of that, which another thing that we wanted to kind of just reward and the people who kind of come and support us for the AlphaGoat campaign, every single AlphaGoat will come with 350,000 GG tokens. And the tokens basically will start vesting after 1 month after TGE, and every day you get to claim GG tokens after your goat has come back from playing its games. So it's kind of like you get this working asset and you get tokens as well. So I think it's a great win-win offer for people in Web3.
Yeah, so we've got the app up right now because AC, Big Whale AC here, has a Genesis Goat. So do you want to kind of just talk maybe about the mechanics of the app here since we have it up?
Yeah, should we start a homepage?
All
So-
right. Yep.
Yeah, so people jump into the app, and as you can see, what we're trying to show is that people can really win real prizes from our platform. And one of the things I think is important in Web3, which is like having fun games, but also having a real ability to make money, realistically from the game. So we really do have real prizes, exciting raffles. And you can actually withdraw the crowns, which is the platform currency, into USDT. So there's a number of ways where you can win inside of Goat Gaming. And then you can click on the Games tab, and then that's the withdrawal page that you're looking at. So you can, you have your crowns, you collect crowns, and then you withdraw it. And how can you get crowns? Well, you can win matches. You can spin the wheel. The wheel is like a free spin the wheel, so then you can just collect crowns, and then you can use them to play games. So all the games on our platform require crowns. So you could jump into any game. All of these games have some kind of PvP element. So you're playing against one person, or you're playing on a leaderboard, or in case of Mighty Action Heroes, it's like a whole battle arena of fighters. And the aim is to play games every day, collect your crowns, and then withdraw your crowns, or spend them on different things inside the ecosystem, which we will be sort of building that out a little bit more later on. But that is the high level of what the platform is. We also have our GG token coming out, which obviously has a whole page to itself. Oh yeah, this is one of our more recent games. It's an infinite dungeon crawler.
Yeah, I
What do you
love
do?
this one. This is a quite a fantastic one.
Yeah, I love this one as well. Like, it's just so addictive. And you kind of go through the dungeon, got to fight all the enemies, and then as you collect more money, you level up your health ability and also your weapons, and then you can choose from different weapons and encounter different enemies along the way. But you could just play this forever because it just goes on and on and on.
And so when we're talking about this right now, obviously it's AC playing, or is it your AI AC?
No, it's me. It's me at
It's
the
you.
moment.
So, Coco, in regards to that, right? The whole idea with the AlphaGoats portion of this is you're gonna be able to have your AI agent play, right?
Absolutely. So what you would do is you would play games and it would basically learn how you play, or it would have like a somewhat automated like standard gameplay, but it would change, right? Because the way that agents are built is that they would be more probabilistic in their choices rather than deterministic. And what I mean by that is like it's made to mimic a human, so you wouldn't expect sometimes what the decision is that the AI does. But you can train it so that it does certain things that or does not do certain things that you don't want it to do because it's hyper customizable. And to visualize this, we have if I would say think about how you have a mini app, a bit like what you're looking at now, but instead of like the different games, it's actually your dashboard where you control the AlphaGo. It's also going to be the same place you control and manage your tokens in the ecosystem. So when our players get their airdrops for the play to airdrop, or when the NFT holders get their airdrop, or any prize pool that requires a token airdrop, will be all done through the Goatfather mini app. And so you can collect your winnings, manage your tokens, and manage your AlphaGo all from inside that app.
Super exciting. So obviously, I'm assuming that app isn't out, so we won't get a showcase of that yet. But in terms of that, you guys have. So I'm just scrolling down here, right? So you have your launch for the Alpha Goats coming out. I think right now it's the whitelist portion, but you guys, yeah, this is the initial offering. But in 19 hours or 20 hours, I should say, then the public sale goes live.
Exactly. So from 2 p.m. UTC on Thursday, which is tomorrow, we will have the public sale go live. And so we've purposely kept allocation for public sale and a separate allocation for whitelist. Yeah.
And how many agents are going to be available in the public sale?
It's around half. I think we've basically split it half and half. So we did an allow list, which was 50% of the allocation. But it's actually no, that's not true. That's 50% of the allocation of phase 1 and phase 2. And so the way it works is that we have 8 phases of pricing, and depending on how quickly it gets sold up, the pricing increases. Phase 0 is the lowest pricing that you can get, and it's only reserved for Genesis Goat holders. And then phase 1 is mostly allow list, and then if the allow list is slightly over allocated, so if it's if more people buy or they like take maximum allocation of their allow list, then it could in theory sell out. And then there's some allocation for allow list on phase 2 as well. But then phase 3 onwards, phase 2 onwards actually is public.
Gotcha. And this is available on Base, Ton, and Solana, right?
In terms of the payment, yes. So you can buy, if you jump on our web app, you can buy on Base and Solana. If you jump into the mini app, you can actually buy from straight in the mini app. I think you were showing the app earlier, where you could actually buy it using Ton if you have a Ton wallet.
Gotcha. I'm just going through here. So this is the initial sale page right here.
Yeah.
And
so
then,
it's showing you, I think if you're not whitelisted, then it will show that you don't have you can't buy at the moment. But yeah, if you are whitelisted, then you'll see like the dashboard where you can buy your alpha goats.
Gotcha. And so there's different tiers of alpha goats, right? You've got your basic one, your advanced ones, and then your pro ones, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
And what's the difference between those?
So you've got the base one is if you bought a single alpha goat, you would get the base one. If you bought 5, you get the advanced one, and if you buy 5 advanced ones, which is 25 base ones, you get the pro ones. And what the difference would be is the access to certain features. You get more access the higher the tiers you go. So, for example, we have one thing that would be exclusive to Pro Goats, and the Pro Goats would get access to what's called the 24/7 live stream and like high prize pool pro tournaments. And then these like live streams would stream the AI agents doing different like battles and fights against each other. And not only can they win big prize pools, but they actually get like that's why we call it revenue generation, because they actually get a cut of the fees generated from the platform fees of Goat Gaming, as well as the prediction market fees that take place around the 24/7 live stream.
Gotcha.
Those are just that's just one of the ways. In fact, like we have lots of other ways. One includes like serving experiences inside of like Telegram groups where you can actually get your AlphaGoat to like promote your affiliate link, for example, and referral link, so that when somebody joins using your link, and it's doing this all autonomously for you, you get like a referral fee, but also you get a cut of your referral spend. And so these are all different ways in which we see the AlphaGoats generating like daily consistent revenue.
I see. And
Alright,
that's
yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
posted.
sorry, AC.
Yeah, sorry. I shared the screen now, and then I posted it in our
Mm.
Discord for our users to check it out. And also I posted the links for the AlphaGoat website, so we can check the site and check the sales, and yeah, that have more info about the AlphaGoat AI agent.
Yeah, so essentially not on top of all of the features that you get. So right, you're getting essentially a guaranteed airdrop if you hold one of these alpha goats of tokens, correct?
Correct.
They're going to be able to run around autonomously, play in competitions, play games, grind games for you, right? While you're not there.
That's it.
So
And I heard it's 350,000 GGs,
That's
right?
correct. Yeah. So 350,000 GG per AlphaGoat, and it's the other thing is it's daily. So it's a daily vest over 6 months, starting from 1 month after TGE.
Mm-hmm. All right, you heard it, guys. It will be vested for 6 months.
Actually, there's one other thing that I forgot to mention, which is a really cool gamified aspect of the vesting. So once you deploy your AlphaGo, it'll be one click and you send it off. But you can choose to opt into like extra daily trainings and different tournaments. And so in a way to incentivize people to send their AlphaGo to participate more in the ecosystem, we actually gamify the vesting. So the more you participate, the quicker the vesting will be. And so you could potentially actually vest all your tokens in like 3 months.
got it. So it's really
Oh,
pushing
interesting.
people who are actively participating with the AI agent will get that vesting unlocked faster versus somebody that might have just bought it to speculate and hold.
Exactly. So in effect, rewarding ecosystem participation, right? Because even though it's very much a hands-off product, there does require you to actually send it out and like actually deploy it. And so we do want people to take the effort to go in, set it up and deploy it. But just so that you know that there's no real technical knowledge needed. It's all done through a Telegram interface. So, everybody in the world can use Telegram. So it's not at all like a barrier.
Got it. So we've got a question here. Is this like a limited access where we'll have to pay a subscription in the future, or if you've paid for the AlphaGoat out the gate, you have full access pretty much forever?
I mean, I can never say forever, but there is no plans to make people pay at least for the next couple of years, because we're obviously building this tech out as a starter. But the downside risk is obviously there, and so that's why we also give people a guaranteed token allocation.
Gotcha.
And also, once the vesting is complete globally, and what I mean by that is like all the AlphaGoats have vested their tokens, so it'll be around 7 months after TGE. You can actually make those AlphaGoats tradable. So they'll start as non-tradable NFTs, and then they'll become tradable. The reason we did that is one, like you can actually build up your AlphaGo in many different ways, depending on how you train it, depending on what you make it do. And so all these AlphaGoats will eventually become very unique agents in different ways. And so you could build it up and then sell it eventually. So that's kind of like one of the exciting things that you have with the agent is the kind of creativity of the individual to build it up for the future.
Very cool. And I'm assuming this is all hosted on like the back end. You said nobody needs to have technical knowledge, but from what I know from AIs, obviously this has to be hosted somewhere. So I'm assuming you guys are going to be handling pretty much all the heavy lifting in terms of back end server, data servers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean that's not necessarily my expertise, but I know that we're definitely we do it all in house, and there is a cost to every action that we make happen inside of the Goat gaming ecosystem using the AI agents. So some of the things I can share around that is, for example, when we do the autonomous gaming, one of the things we have is like a headless game. It's called a headless game in the sense that we wouldn't be rendering the graphics for some of the games unless they were like tagged to be streamed 24/7, right?
Yeah.
But that's only for the pro Goat games. Eventually, once we obviously can scale up, we will be able to do that. But in the first instance, we won't be, because if we're talking about like priorities from a technical perspective, we want to optimize for all activities that generate revenue for the user over, say, anything else.
Very reassuring. We've got another question here from Zyril. They're asking, with the release of AlphaGoats and having assured amounts of allocation, does it affect the player token allocation who attended Goat Gaming since Season 1 and Season 2? Because most Metaverse Filipino workers are free to play. So I guess the question here is, for the people that can't afford to get an AlphaGoat at this time, is there going to be an opportunity for them to maybe earn one from just playing the game or playing within the ecosystem, or are there going to be other ways to earn Goat gaming?
Yeah, it's a great question. Actually, currently, I think we have two competitions running. One is inside the app, and what that is that there's a raffle as one of the. I think you can see it actually now in the app. There's a raffle running where you can win an AlphaGoat. I'm not sure if it's live or it's going to go live today if you go to the raffle section. So that would require you to obviously get the leaderboard, get raffle tickets, and then submit them in the raffle. Is that there? Yes, the top one. Yeah, so you can win an AlphaGoat there. We will be doing those ongoing, just it gives a chance for the players who kind of play and earn their raffle tickets and then to submit there. We also have a UGC campaign in our community. Again, I think it's about to go live, or it's going to be live by the end of the day, where like content creators can start generating content and potentially win an AlphaGoat. But yeah, so in answer to that second question, I'll go back to the first question in a second. The second question was around like how do players who don't have the funds to pay for it. We will be conducting regular opportunities for people to win or be awarded AlphaGoats to reward our kind of loyal community on that side. And then the first question was, how does it impact the existing play to airdrop players? So we intend to do ongoing seasonal campaigns for the foreseeable future. I mean, we don't expect to stop those anytime soon. So every season will have a token reward. Season 1 and 2 each had 2% allocated of the supply to play to airdrop players. So I would say, and season 3 actually started about 2.5 weeks ago. So you can definitely jump in there and play and have the chance of getting the GG token that way.
Yeah, right. Like people will still be able to play the games without having an AI agent. They just won't be able to do it while they sleep, right? They'll actually have to be the person playing it themselves to earn.
Yeah, exactly. And also something I know that has come up in other kind of conversations I had. One thing to note is that the agents and the players, the human players, will never be playing against each other. So we have actually a separate liquidity pool for players, human players, and a separate place for the AI agents to play. So AI agents effectively play each other.
Oh, okay. So players should technically, at least at the foreseeable future, won't be playing against these AI agents.
Yeah. So when we were planning out this whole part of the business, like we know that it wouldn't be a fair playing field for you to play against an AI agent, because the AI agent will be kind of learning, but will learn at such a rapid pace and is running 24/7. So its learning will be much faster than a human who might put maybe an hour a day maybe into the platform. And so we put the agents and the players separate, so everyone's on the same playing field.
Gotcha. So I do here have the white paper up for the
Yeah.
distribution, and maybe this will kind of help give it even a better understanding here, right? So there's, what is this, 89 billion tokens?
Yeah, that's right.
And you guys have allocated 40% to the community. So I'm assuming that's like community initiatives, drops, stuff like that. That this portion
Exactly.
isn't a part of the lockup. So out of this portion here, what's the portion for the lockup for the alpha goats? Like that initial of 350K per goat.
That actually, I think, I don't quote me if I'm right. That actually comes out of either ecosystem or it might come out of community.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, it depends on how we're distributing it actually, because
Yeah.
there's a whole section of alpha goats that go free to Genesis goat holders,
Okay.
and then there's a portion that are bought by the community. So depending on which one it falls into, it will fall into either community or ecosystem.
Got it. Okay, thanks for that clarification there. So, the Genesis holders should have already claimed their alpha goats, right?
So no, so how it works is that if you own a Genesis Goat NFT, you will get one for free, but we don't actually distribute them into wallets until 1 month after TGE. That's the time that you can actually start deploying it and making it do your work, kind of thing, or play for you. So that will be distributed all together at once. 1 month after TGE.
Okay, cool. So if somebody, let's say, wants to go buy off market one of the Genesis ones, they'd get a free alpha goat essentially.
Yeah, and if you buy it now, you will also get access to the airdrop, which is 5% of total supply. We haven't taken a snapshot yet, and we probably will just like maybe a few days before TGE, which is probably going to come at the end of February.
Gotcha. So there's still the opportunity, and those are available on OpenSea, right?
That's right. Yeah, I think they're trading at like 0.25 ETH.
Yeah. I think there's a very small amount of them available for that price. So maybe if people don't want to directly participate in the sale and they just want to buy a Genesis goat, that might be the way to go.
I actually think that that's a really good value for money option. Like, not to say like don't buy an alpha goat. I think it's great, but you get like a double win if you buy a Genesis goat, because you get to be part of the community. There's loads of perks for in-app for holding a Genesis goat. You get multipliers on your XP. You get free perks like inside the app, so you don't have to pay for like the upgrades and things. We will be bringing a whole host of benefits once the token is launched to the vault, and multipliers around the token. You get a 5% airdrop, and you get a free alpha goat, which includes another token airdrop. So I mean, we've just packed value into the Genesis Goats NFTs.
Yeah, it seems like I was just doing the math for myself, and I was just thinking, this might be the easier route to just pick up one of these Genesis goats and see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, this is the funny thing is like, because we've been focusing on the alpha goats, but I mean, it's all there available for everyone to see, right? But I think oftentimes in like these big articles of like everything you need to know, the information that it comes free with an alpha goat sometimes gets a bit buried. So I do mention it every time in an AMA, and I think even just yesterday the floor price was like maybe 0.21, 0.22, and it's kind of, if you look at the stats, it's been slowly climbing. It's just been climbing since early December, but yeah, it's really taking off now.
Word must be spreading slowly but surely.
Absolutely.
Cool. I think we've touched on a lot of the main things here. AC, do you want to just quickly chime in? Any thoughts from you as a Genesis goat holder yourself?
Yeah, excited on what or how we will train the AI thing and how it will be integrated on the uh, Goat mini app. So very much excited on what will happen. And yeah, they have an amazing PFP collection. If you see what you're browsing right now, it's quite a good quality.
Yeah, thank you. That was actually made by one of our internal artists. Um, and a combination of the artist and support from AI. Not entirely AI, but yeah, this is how we've been leveraging AI to make AI informed art. Yeah.
Mm.
And I think that's another thing we should maybe want to talk about here is like for Go Gaming, I see a lot of the games that you guys are developing is leveraging AI technology to help, produce games at a super quick pace.
Yeah, so all the games you're seeing here, like you're looking at Kitty Solitaire, Waifu Clash, this one, all the art and assets are generated practically instantaneously if you're looking at the grand scheme of things, like through our AI pipelines. But you see, like to have such specificity in the style and the backdrop, and if anyone's ever used like Midjourney, for example, or DALI, like prompting and actually what you get from prompting are a very big difference, right? You don't quite know what you're ever going to get, and when you're building a game, you very much need to have something very specific, and usually that's what an artist would do. You tell the artist to do it, but we've kind of refined our tools in ways that make it really work for us and our business, and we've been using them actually since basically since building Mighty Action Heroes, and been refining it ever since. And so now we've come to the decision that AlphaGoats is our way of putting these tools into the hands of our audience, our community. And so that's why we're excited, because I think once everybody can start building using these tools, it's going to be quite an interesting experiment to see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think here if YGG, like if there's any way, like have you guys floated the idea of possibly being able to rent out your alpha goat? So let's say I have, I don't know, 100 alpha goats, and I know there's a few people within YGG that might not be able to afford them. Is there any way, like, or any reason I should say, that I might want to like rent out this to Scholar per chance?
Yes, I mean, yeah, I mean that's absolutely something that we would consider, because that's one of the reasons why we wanted to make, first of all, the alpha goats tradable, because you can then put them into kind of rental contracts, or I know that there's lots of protocols that kind of specialize in renting NFT assets, and so having it part of the Web3 ecosystem like that would kind of unlock some really interesting capabilities. But I don't think that would be kind of straight away available, because it's not the first priority of building.
Of course, yeah, no, it's something to see how it goes, and if there's a demand for it, then you release the product, and if nobody's asking, then it can be back a pipeline kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. Yeah, because this is like the first set of alpha goats, right? And if everybody merged their alpha goats into a pro alpha goat, there would actually only be about 12 or 1300 alpha goats in the entire ecosystem. But assuming that they won't, there will be a fair few, and it will allow us to kind of really understand, okay, what's going on here, what are people liking, what's really being used, and then we can build the second round of these alpha goats. But the second round wouldn't have a token allocation, simply because by then people will know what the product is, and there will either be a demand. Obviously, I expect that there will be a demand. So at this point in time, people are obviously like taking a bet on us, and kind of seeing how it will go, right? And so that's why we've added the token, because that's kind of like a really kind of strong way of protecting your downside risk, really.
Yeah. So we've got another game here, which obviously you guys have made in house, and this is, I guess, kind of like a Candy Crush style.
Yeah, I love this game. This is one of my favorite games. It's actually much harder um, than your typical Candy Crush, because the way you play it is you match these 3 or 4 items right together, and each thing creates something that is useful for you. So like the money coins, they you match them together, and it gives you extra lightning bolts, and lightning bolts are moves. And so then you can also turn. You see the magnets. The magnets slow the planes down, and then you've got different weapons like a cannonball or a shooter and different kinds of things. And every night, these planes come and try and attack your building. It's like a tower defense style, right? So it's a mixture of tower defense and match 3 games.
So
Okay, yeah, this is a very interesting one. Combination of Candy Crush and a tower defense.
so that's why you're kind of trying to figure out like it's not just matching stuff. Like sometimes you maybe don't want to match if you want to keep certain things on the board.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Because if you overmatch, then you get less. Because you can upgrade them, right? So you just turn the magnet into a yellow magnet. So now you only have 1 magnet instead of 3. But technically, that yellow magnet should be stronger. And sometimes you have to use up like your lightning bolts in order to clear the board, because like the money boxes just get the board full up. So it's quite an interesting strategy game, because I actually have not really gotten past like I think level 3 yet. But I'm not the best player, I think. I'm sure if any community can crack that, it will be YGG team.
Now, let's say I have my AI agent playing this. In terms of
Mhm.
training it, let's say I don't know, a super aggressive player, maybe not for this game, but maybe for like Mighty Action Heroes.
Mhm.
Am I going to be able to tailor my agent to play that kind of style?
Yeah, totally. So this is where it's going to get super nutty, right? So like if you're playing Mighty Action Heroes, I think it's a good reference point, right? You know when you jump into the world, right, into the arena, you have like so many different choices to make right at the beginning. Should I pick this gun up? Should I pick that gun up? What do I like playing with? Shall I use my grenade? And what should I prioritize? Hiding or killing? And so in the beginning, it will be obviously having to watch how you play. But then you can go back to the dashboard, and it will have like a bank of how you played. And then you can say, okay, well, only play. You can customize it, or you can actually use toggles to say, okay, play more aggressively, where you shoot to kill as quickly as possible, or you play more strategically, where you actually hide in a bush as much as possible and wait to jump out until like maybe 50% of the table of the arena is dead. Like you can try different strategies and see if it works for you, and then you actually get stats come back. So your AlphaGo daily will come back to you with stats, and you can check and be like, today you played, I don't know, like 50 games, and this is what happened.
And then you'll be able to move those sliders and maybe tweak and see if one day you do better than the other and what sliders are
Yeah.
essentially helping you do better. Because I'm assuming if everybody ends up like toggling the aggressive play, it might be better to play it safe if you're trying to win,
Yeah,
the
it's
game
a
itself.
game theory like that, isn't it? It's like you don't know what your opponent is going to do, and so which strategy will actually work. So there's almost like a gameplay in the strategy of how you customize your AlphaGo. And there is a feature, but I can't specifically say when or how it's going to be deployed. But essentially, it's called like this recursive training, where it trains itself, but then you can go off and play, and it's watching you. That actually can happen on like social media, for example. Where like you can get your AlphaGoat to jump in on any space that you go to, right? So say it's connected to your X account, and you jump on different spaces, and it then gets trained on, say, your voice, the way you speak, the topics you know about, and then you can then send it on spaces by yourself, but without you, eventually. Um, and so this is kind of a thing where it becomes your companion. It's following you around. It's collecting information about how you do things, and then you can get it to do things and represent you.
Now, when you say it will go on spaces and be there for you, do you mean like it's going to actually talk for you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And it's what? It's going to
Th-
sound just like you, or?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I was going to say that that particular feature is, I'm not sure when that's coming out, but that is, I mean, that is currently having AI in spaces is currently a doable, but it's how, obviously, how specific to your voice it can get. That's still being worked out.
So let's say I'm a really spicy meme lord. Is my AI going to be able to essentially post some spicy memes for me?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, some of the content creation stuff is really kind of where that's our real specialty, right? Because we've been honing in on like how to make rich customized media for an individual, for a game, for a long time now, and so that will be really interesting to unlock on the social media side as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say like another big thing here is data privacy. So if we're giving our data to train this specific AI, is that data only going to be used for our AI and not used to train other ones? Or
Yeah,
like,
100%. In fact, so you will have full ownership of your data, and then you will be able to opt into sharing your data, but then you would also have that as a potential revenue stream.
gotcha. Okay, super cool because like that's it, right? Being able to own your data and then, you know, being able to choose what you do with it and possibly earn a reward
Yeah.
is I think where blockchain really shines, right? Like that's the opportunity for people, and you know, there's this big fear and stigma around AI as it gets bigger and bigger that you know people are essentially posting and putting as much data on the internet for free as possible, but they don't own any of it, and then they get upset
Mm.
when they find out that some model has essentially pulled that data and has used it. So super cool to hear
Mm.
from you that the data that we plug into this AI will be ours to decide what to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, the long-term vision has always been like to keep ownership of your data and actually allow people to monetize that. Because, like I said, we when we built this and we mapped out the roadmap for it, it was always like, okay, how can we help the end user get revenue? Because if we're thinking about product market fit and what do people in Web3 want, like if we're being brutally honest about it, like there's a core fundamental financial incentivization motivation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why we are pushing that direction because that's what people want. But it
Yeah,
doesn't have to be in a boring way, right? Great content, good games.
well, of course, right? And then like, you know, I'm from North America, so you know the earning potential isn't as big here. I should say,
Mm-hmm.
like in terms of obviously depending on token price, but I think somewhere for like the Philippines, this could be really big, right? Like this could essentially replace a day job for a lot of people.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, as we kind of build up the revenue streams, I think that there is a meaningful opportunity across the board, even if you were from, say, like North America, because some of the revenues that you could earn from, like taking a portion of revenue share from a company, for example, could be actually meaningful if you get your goat to focus on, say, sending your goat out to different community channels and exploring how to attract new users and then giving them your referral code to get them into the ecosystem. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things we're planning is to serve certain experiences, like say play a game of Waifu Clash, but not actually make the new person go into Goat Gaming app because there's like a whole host of steps that might lead to drop off. And maybe somebody just wants to play a quick game of Waifu Clash. And so how do you serve the experience where the new person is at? So it could be like in a Discord or in a completely different community channel on Telegram. And that's how we're kind of exploring, um, instant access to content.
Excellent. Yeah. So on that note there, maybe we just want to talk a little bit about the referral program that you guys had set up because I've looked into it a little bit and it's quite robust. Like you're trying as you said to have as many channels as possible for referrals.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, oh, one second. I wanted to ask you, when you say referral code, do you mean for the AlphaGoats or the referral scheme inside the game?
The referral scheme, I guess that your agent's going to be plugging, right? You said
Ah,
that,
yes.
yeah.
So we've been actually building this up for quite some time, and the first iteration of it is in the app. So you can actually do this manually right now if you wanted to, and that's like if you jump into the app and you go to referral, there's a section called friends with benefits. Yeah. So you can earn up to 20% commission in purchases of the people that you refer into Goat Gaming. So I, for example, I'll jump into Goat Gaming. I'll grab my what do you call it? The referral link, and I send it. I don't know, to all my friends. But hey, come play Goat Gaming. Hey, play a match of this with me. This will be super fun, right? And eventually they get hooked into the ecosystem, and then they start becoming like a spender in the ecosystem. Whether that's to upgrade their avatar, whether it's to get auto spin feature, whatever it is they want, or just buy crowns, right? The spend that that player is getting, is making, will have a portion of that revenue will go to you. And then, say I invite you, Fallen, then and Fallen invites AC. I would also get a portion of AC's spend as well. And this is, I mean, it's a very typical, I guess, affiliate scheme in many ways, right? So it incentivizes not only the individual players to bring more people into the ecosystem, but it shares our revenue with them. But on top of that, once it's in the hands of the agents, that's like, again, it's like an autonomous experience that you don't have to do the, I guess, the campaigning yourself. It's the agent that will do the campaigning for you.
Yeah, and you can kind of just direct where that agent goes in terms of campaigning, right? If you wanted to focus on, I don't know, maybe Twitter campaigns in certain in certain spaces or whatnot, you can have it focused there. Or maybe you're more of a Facebook person, right? You can.
Yeah, exactly that. Or even run a stream on YouTube.
Oh, that I didn't even think about that, right? So like you'll be able to have your goat run a stream, right? It'll have your voice, it will have kind of your mannerisms and stuff, so you could actually have it host a stream while you're sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have the avatars, right? Once the avatars are there, then you can port that avatar into different mediums to represent you. So it's almost like you get like a digital twin.
Mm-hmm. Super, super cool. I'm just going to open the floor up now, guys. If you have any more questions, feel free to not only post them in the chat, but post them in Discord or whatnot, and we will ask Coco some questions here if we haven't answered any of them already. I see we've got well over, I think, 800 people right now watching, so let's see.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, the community turns out all the time.
Yeah, you got a really strong community.
Yeah, we've been building it up quite a bit, and shout out to a lot of our metaverse Filipino workers, right, that are grinding out these games and stuff to not only make some extra bucks on the side, but to really be on the cutting edge of not only crypto gaming but just blockchain in general.
Yeah, man, it's really cool, and it's great to see like different platforms actually that you have your community, because I see a lot of people from Facebook, and yeah, it's really cool. You guys are famous.
Yeah, oddly enough, Facebook is like our biggest platform. I didn't realize how big Facebook is in the Philippines. It's kind of died off a little bit here in North America, but apparently in the Philippines, that's the go-to spot.
Yeah, exactly.
There's the refer a friend. AC, pop into that. I want to see it. We'll plug your referral code for free right now.
Oh. Yeah, it will not show up unless you click on invite.
Got it.
So yeah, this is the screen where you can see the friends with benefits referral feature.
I'm just seeing if we got any questions here. Right now, I don't see any questions. I just see a bunch of your stickers from people that are in there. DJ Nami, I guess, has a goat, or is at least sitting in there. Nami, do you have a goat? Do you have a Genesis goat?
Yeah, I think they have as well. Especially Boring. Shout out to Boring there.
Yeah, Boring is a very strong community member and also a mod in the ecosystem. So
Of course,
we wouldn't be where we are without Boring.
Boring's a part of like a bajillion different communities, just
True.
grinding out everything as possible.
Maybe Boring's hacked the AI agent thing already because they've replicated themselves in so many ways.
I think that's what Boring's really banking on, is being able to send this agent out so she doesn't have to do as much work
Yeah.
running from everywhere.
Yeah.
Let's see your Genesis goat, AC, while we're waiting for questions. I'm not getting any in the Discord. Just a bunch of people spamming your stickers, which I guess is pretty bullish.
Oh, let's see. Let me share mine. It's just a common one, but it's quite good. I love the aesthetic and how it looks.
Yeah, I'm looking on the OpenSea right now, and the only ones that are for sale are common. Everything, even the rares, nobody has any of them listed for sale, which is kind of crazy for a project. Oh, actually, that's
Yeah.
not true.
That's
There's a few rares, a very small amount. I think there's what, 3? Yeah, 3
Let's have a
for
look.
sale.
Let's have a look which ones they are.
I can throw the screen up right now. Whoop.
Yeah. So we've got okay. Got a few rares. And we've got so there's
the one with
no
background.
There's no gold,
ho-
hollow, or and definitely no obsidians.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely no obsidians.
Which is interesting, right? A lot of people, even if it's a crazy price, will have it listed just to see. But I guess that's a testament to your community, right? A lot of people are holding strong and not even chancing it.
That's so interesting because I could see that there were some sales early on. But yeah.
Yeah, some paper hands.
Mm-hmm.
Some paper hands there fumbling the bag. Or it could be just people trading with friends or whatnot, right?
Yeah,
I've seen that a few. They're like, just give me a general price so it looks like a sale, but I'm actually just handing this off to you or switching wallets. You never know.
Yeah. It's funny how quickly some of these when a PFP becomes just very associated with someone because we have a couple of our team who, like, if you've... No, you don't have it up anymore. I was just looking on my computer, but a couple of the hollows were really popular in our team. So I've got 3 people in my team who've got a hollow. And now I see it and I can't unsee my colleagues.
Okay, the hollow actually has an effect to it.
Yeah. So like the number 1108, which I think is the top hollow, that's like Terry.
This one?
No. Yes. Is that
Yeah.
1108? Yeah,
Yep.
that's Terry.
Yeah.
And then number 355 is Michael, or Accent, if people know him from the Discord.
Oh yeah, Accent is good in MAH as well.
Yeah.
There's definitely some really, really cool designs here. I might have to go sweep some rares.
The black one will do Fallen. Obsidian.
And then this is you, right, AC?
Yeah, that's mine. So it's quite amusing. It reminds me of the PlayStation days, the PS1 days.
Yeah, I think that's
And family computer.
where they've definitely got the inspiration from.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've always been a little bit retro in Mighty Bear games with some of our choices. Like Mighty Action Heroes, obviously inspired by 80s, 90s superheroes, or action heroes, I should say. Yeah, and then so some of the old school stuff in this as well. We had to be very careful with how we did everything to make sure we didn't break any copyright laws. So it doesn't say PlayStation, does it? It says Party Station or something.
Goat Station.
Goat Station.
Right.
Goat Station.
So I put my glasses on.
Perfect sense. Yeah, I'm not seeing any questions in our chat here. So Coco, any closing thoughts that you want to plug? Obviously, you have the public sale opening within 20 hours. But anything else outside of that?
Yeah, I would just say, yeah, please do keep an eye on our socials. We've got some really exciting announcements coming up, partnerships. And at the end of February, we haven't officially announced it, but that's when our TGE happens. So we're really excited because it's a long time coming. So that's when everybody who's been doing the play to airdrop will get, tokens and the NFT holders. So it's not really long to go. So if you're thinking about jumping into the ecosystem, now is an absolute perfect time.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, Joanne just had a question pop up here. So are all AlphaGo AI agents have the same access level to perform commands, or is that a feature that they can perform? That higher level agents can perform different commands.
Yeah, so there will be more access to. So I guess there's a custom place where you can customize like what your commands are prompted, so to speak, right? But there will be certain things that the pro goats get access to that the base goats don't. Actually, there is a visual on this. I think you shared it earlier, but it's also on our Twitter page where if you scroll down a little bit, you can see the difference between the standard, advanced, and pro. But if you're looking for something just to like go and play autonomously for you, and I think there is like a good level of access in the first base tier if you're looking to just try it, and then later on you can always upgrade.
Yeah, I think from what I'm reading here is you'll essentially be getting all the training features and stuff to like use the AI and have it participate in tournaments. But in terms of like auto generating certain content or participating in pro tournaments, those are the features that you'll get for leveling up.
Yes, exactly.
Right, so your AI agent will be able to play. You'll have all the toggles for that. Just in terms of like maybe the other features, in terms of content creation, stuff like that, you'll need to level it up.
Absolutely. And actually we're going to be showing a little teaser of the platform, like just help people visualize how it's going to look shortly, actually tomorrow, along with the launch of the public sale.
Yeah, and then goats and alpha goats are all the same tokenomics. It's all under the same umbrella of Go Gaming. That's what the token is, right? So you'll be earning Go Gaming tokens with your agents. Like that's the whole idea, right? So it's not separate ecosystems. There isn't a difference there.
No, they're all part of the same ecosystem. Yeah. GG token. The ticker is GG.
Super easy to remember.
Yeah, exactly.
GGs.
But it's not launched, so anything out there that you're looking at is not us.
Yeah. Your token is slated to come out sometime in Q1, right?
Yeah, so end of this month is the plan, / like earliest like part of March.
Okay, and then that's obviously when the token vesting and all of this stuff will be really going live. Is there any other opportunities maybe for our community to earn like airdrop allocation by participating in GG games?
Yes, absolutely. So if you're on the app right now, you can jump in and start collecting mystery boxes. So that's our season 3. Season 3 is Mystery Box Mania, and it runs until the 17th of March. So it's a very short, sharp season. And at the end of that season, however many mystery boxes you've collected, you'll be able to open them all, and they will contain varying numbers of GG token.
Super exciting. Look, AC is going to open a box. AC, go open a box. Let's see what you get.
It's not openable until the end.
Oh, got it.
You gotta collect the seasons, yeah.
So, and you collect those just by playing the games, right?
Yeah, from spinning the wheel, yeah. We will be adding extra functionality of mystery boxes. But yeah.
Okay.
As cool. In where you can get them. So keep an eye on the app.
So there you guys go. If you don't have the app already, maybe you want to grab it and start farming those boxes for some airdrop allocation if you can't afford it in AlphaGo, unfortunately.
That'd be the way to do it. That and there's so many ways you can play and get raffle tickets in the platform. Collect your raffle tickets, put them into raffles. Every week we have USDT raffle prizes, as well as things like AlphaGoats token. One of the raffles a few weeks ago was like token packs for another partner community. We'll have loads more of those coming up. So, there's always some way to win inside of Goat Gaming, even, if you don't want to spend any money.
Super exciting. Well, thank you so much, Coco, for joining us. AC, do you have any other questions or things that you want to ask Coco before we hop off here?
No, I think that's all for me. Yeah.
That's it. She's answered all your questions as a Genesis holder.
Definitely, yes.
Nice.
Well,
Well,
thank you
thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Yeah, no, it's been a pleasure. I'm sure this won't be the last time that we see you here. Maybe we'll have to pull you back in for some updates with Mighty Action Heroes, or I'm sure you guys will be introducing a bunch of new games as the
Yes.
ecosystem
Yeah.
grows more and more. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me. It's an absolute pleasure hanging out with you all. And yeah, let's connect again real soon.
For sure. Now, for everybody that's still with us, we've got a little teaser here for everybody that stayed to the end or popped in here. I did say that we would have a teaser for season 9, so I'm going to throw that up now, and then we will see you next week for our next Global Hangouts. Thanks, guys, and together we play. Ciao.
Together we play. See you.